Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. Her warmth lit up every room, and her joy was the kind that stayed with you long after the lights dimmed. Salli Sachse, who passed away peacefully at 82, brought decades of heart to both film and photography. Whether riding the waves in a beach party comedy or capturing historic music tours behind the camera, she made magic feel effortless. Born in San Diego, Salli first turned heads as a model and Miss America contestant. That spark soon landed her on screen in some of the most iconic youth-centric films of the 1960s. Fans loved her energy in hits like Beach Blanket Bingo and The Ghost in the Invisible Bikini. She became an unforgettable part of American International Pictures' golden era, capturing the spirit of a generation. She reached cult status in The Trip, holding her own alongside Peter Fonda in a groundbreaking counterculture drama. Roles in Wild in the Streets and others followed, but Salli's creativity didn't stop at acting. Off-screen, her talent took a new form, behind the lens. As tour photographer for Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, she chronicled music history with a quiet grace and sharp eye. Her images live on in archives and memories, rich with life and soul. Friends and colleagues often spoke of her generosity on set and her quiet resilience. She endured personal heartbreak when she lost her husband, Peter Sachse, early in life, yet continued to share kindness and courage wherever she went. In recent years, she reconnected with longtime fans through art and stories, even working on a memoir many hope to read. Though her voice is now silent, her message of creativity, strength, and joy never fades. Her niece, theater producer Catherine Schreiber, shared that Salli's loving spirit touched everyone fortunate enough to know her. Salli leaves behind a family proud of her legacy. She also leaves generations of fans grateful for the color she brought to screens and stages, and for the beauty she captured in still frames. She died of natural causes at her home in California City. No public memorial service has yet been announced. Salli Sachse's smile, work, and soul will continue to inspire. Tributes to Salli Sachse. Number 5. It was never just about jewelry. It was about creating beauty that made people dream. These words, often attributed to Francesco Trapani, reflect the heart of a man who transformed not only a business but an entire industry. Francesco Trapani, who passed away at 68 after a brief illness, leaves behind a legacy built on vision, courage, and elegance. As the great-grandson of Sotirio Bulgari, he inherited a proud tradition, but it was his unique drive that turned Bulgari into a global powerhouse. At just 27, he became CEO. What followed was nothing short of remarkable. He took the company public, expanded into hotels and fragrances, and eventually led one of the most significant luxury acquisitions of the last decade, the sale of Bulgari to LVMH. Under his watch, Bulgari grew from a small family boutique into a worldwide symbol of refinement, increasing revenues 60-fold and opening hundreds of boutiques around the globe. He didn't just dream big, he delivered. Beyond the business, Trapani was known for mentoring the next generation of leaders. Many in the luxury world credit him with shaping their careers. His sharp sense for strategy was matched by a deep love for craftsmanship and a tireless pursuit of excellence. Jean-Christophe Babin, Bulgari's president, paid tribute, calling him a visionary leader who ventured into immersive and experiential luxury when these words didn't even exist. After moving on from Bulgari, Trapani continued to influence the luxury space through top advisory roles with LVMH and Tiffany & Co. His work with Bluebell Capital and his voice in key mergers proved his business insight never faded. Those closest to him remember a man of energy, warmth, and clarity. He was ambitious yet grounded, determined yet kind. A father to 4 children, Rebecca, Agostino, Vittoria, and Allegra, he cherished his family as fiercely as he drove innovation. Francesco Trapani shaped the luxury world with strength and grace. His legacy of beauty, leadership, and bold ideas lives on in every Bulgari store and every inspired life. Tributes to Francesco Trapani. Number 4. It's not just the grandchildren we recovered, it's the truth we uncovered, the silence we broke, Rosa Roisinblit once said. That unwavering belief guided her for nearly half a century, and it defined one of the most powerful human rights journeys in Argentina's history. Rosa Tarlovsky de Roisinblit passed away peacefully at age 106. Her death marks the end of an era, but her voice and her mission live on. Born in the quiet town of Moisesville, Rosa grew into a woman of fierce conviction. She trained as an obstetrician, working tirelessly to bring life into the world. But it was an unthinkable loss that transformed her path forever. In 1978, her pregnant daughter Patricia and Patricia's husband were abducted by Argentina's military regime. Their fate remains unknown. Patricia's baby, Guillermo, was born in secret captivity and stolen from his family. Rather than be broken by grief, Rosa rose with purpose. She joined the grandmothers of the Plaza de Mayo, becoming a founding leader. She fought to uncover the truth behind the dictatorship's crimes, speaking for the vanished and advocating for their children. With quiet strength, Rosa helped pioneer the use of genetic testing to identify stolen grandchildren. Her work reunited shattered families, restored lost identities, and set international standards for justice through science. As vice president, and later honorary president of the Grandmothers, Rosa became a global symbol of persistence and courage. Her dedication inspired generations and brought global attention to Argentina's decades of silence. Her colleagues remembered her as a light in the darkest times. The Grandmothers released a statement saying, "We only have words of gratitude for her dedication, her solidarity, and the love with which she searched for the grandsons and granddaughters until the very end." Though she leaves behind a family forever marked by tragedy, Rosa's impact reached beyond personal loss. She helped the world understand the cost of forgetting and the power of remembering. Rosa is survived by her granddaughter, and by the love, memory, and justice she carried to countless others. She passed away from natural causes after a long and impactful life. Argentina, and the world, mourns a true warrior of memory and truth. Tributes to Rosa Roisinblit. Number 3. It wasn't just about selling music or movies, it was about connecting people to joy. That's how one longtime colleague remembered David Travis, whose influence helped shape how generations experienced entertainment at home. David Travis passed away after a courageous battle with cancer, surrounded by his loved ones. He was 79. Born in Omaha and raised with a strong work ethic, David started out managing a rental car agency in high school. That spirit of determination followed him all the way through his time at San Jose State University, where he served as class president and graduated with a business degree. A true leader, even then. David's journey through the world of recorded media began in the 1960s and 70s at General Recorded Tape. As general manager, he helped grow the company's reach across the music world, acquiring labels like Chess Records and Janus Records, helping legendary artists reach new ears. Later, amid the fast-changing landscape of home entertainment, David joined Atari in a global role, opening new doors for recorded media overseas. He thrived in adapting to each shift in technology, always one step ahead, always steady. What truly set David apart wasn't just his sharp mind for business, but the heart behind every decision. He believed in people. Colleagues describe him as a generous mentor, a man who shared his knowledge freely and lifted others as he climbed. Though his career was packed with milestones, David remained grounded, devoted to his family and charities close to his heart. His wife, actress Kathy Garver, stood proudly beside him through life's highs and lows. Together they shared a deep bond that served as a quiet strength behind his many achievements. News of David's passing sparked an outpouring of love and thanks from across the industry. One tribute read, "David's vision shaped how we brought films and music into people's homes. But his warmth, that's what we'll remember most." David's story is one of curiosity, courage, and compassion. He didn't just embrace change, he led it, always with grace. Survived by his wife and loving family, his legacy will continue to echo in the way we experience media and in the lives of those he mentored. Tributes to David Travis. Number 2, legend is the word that comes to mind, said his daughter Magali Serrano, an artist with a huge heart, the best father that could exist. Eduardo Serrano's legacy stretched far beyond the screen. Beloved across Latin America, he was a shining light of Venezuelan television for nearly 70 years. He began his journey at age 14, balancing theater classes with a receptionist job. From there, he never looked back. By his early 20s, Eduardo had earned roles in major telenovelas, quickly becoming a favorite in households across the country. Audiences knew him as Rogelio Vivas in Juana la Virgen, one of his most unforgettable roles. But that was just one chapter in a career that included over 30 telenovelas, Las Amazonas, La Mujer Perfecta, La Heredera, and many more. His talent crossed borders, stages, and screens. Eduardo's presence wasn't limited to acting. He lent his voice to radio dramas in the 60s and charmed viewers as co-host of the OTI festival televised in Caracas. In 2015, he celebrated 50 years in the arts, an honor only few ever reach. He was also an author. After surviving prostate cancer in 2020, he penned his memoir, Historias en Blanco y Negro, filled with personal stories and life reflections. His acting was marked by charisma and precision, yet what truly set him apart was his kindness. Eduardo mentored new talent, greeted every crew member warmly, and was a devoted father and grandfather. In recent years, he faced another illness with quiet strength, battling lung cancer that spread to his brain. Eduardo Serrano passed away peacefully at the age of 82. His death leaves a deep silence in the corridors of Venezuelan television. But his voice, his characters, and his warmth echo on. Across social media, tributes flood in from fans and fellow actors. They remember the man who brought their favorite characters to life, the man who, whether playing a villain or hero, always gave his heart. Eduardo is survived by his children, Magali, Miguel, and Leonardo, who carry forward his light. His life's work shaped generations, and though he now rests, his legacy proudly lives on. Tributes to Eduardo Serrano. What's trending on the internet? News 1. 5-year-old Riley Callahan from Texas was just like any other kid, full of energy and always on the move, until her parents noticed she was limping and complaining of pain in her leg. Doctors soon discovered something no family ever wants to hear: a rare and aggressive bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma. Suddenly, Riley's world changed from playgrounds and playdates to hospitals and tough treatments. But Riley's spirit never wavered. Her family, along with a team of incredible doctors and nurses, rallied around her. Despite the challenges, Riley faced each day with a brave smile and a determination that inspired everyone who met her. Today, she's not just a courageous survivor. She's become a symbol of hope for other kids and families battling childhood cancer. Riley's story reminds us all of the power of positivity, the strength of community, and the incredible resilience of children. She continues to be celebrated not only by her hometown, but by people across the country who've been touched by her journey. Riley, and kids like her, show us that even in the face of the toughest battles, hope and courage shine the brightest. News 2. Let's take a moment to honor the memory of Jackson Marston, a hardworking fisherman from Addison, Maine, whose dedication touched his community and family. Jackson lost his life recently in a tragic accident while working off the coast of Massachusetts. He was only 25 years old, a devoted partner, and a loving father to a little girl just over a year old, with another baby on the way. Jackson's story is a reminder of the quiet heroism in everyday life, how men and women like him head out before sunrise, facing the unpredictable sea to provide for their loved ones. His community remembers him fondly, not just for his strong work ethic, but for his kindness and his deep love for his growing family. Today, friends and neighbors are coming together to support Jackson's family, raising funds and sharing memories. Though his time was far too short, Jackson will be remembered as a loving dad, a loyal friend, and a true hometown hero. His spirit lives on in his children and in the hearts of all who knew him, reminding us how every day is precious and the power of community can help heal even the deepest loss. News 3. Imagine your favorite rock anthems echoing through stadiums. Then picture the man behind that powerful sound. Bruce Dickinson, the legendary 67-year-old lead singer of Iron Maiden, facing one of his toughest battles yet. After doctors discovered a cancerous tumor at the back of his tongue, Bruce underwent a grueling 7-week treatment, bravely tackling radiation and chemotherapy. Bruce candidly recalls trying to sing just 6 months after his treatment and being shocked at the result. His iconic voice, once nicknamed the air raid siren, now sounded in his own words like a wounded buffalo. But with the humor and resilience his fans adore, Bruce openly shares how he accepted the possibility that his voice might never return to its former glory, even preparing to help his band find a new singer if needed. Despite these challenges, Bruce's devotion to music and the support of Iron Maiden, a band he's fronted since 1981, shined through. Not only did he face recovery with determination, but he also continued to perform and inspire, proving that even heroes have setbacks. Today, Bruce Dickinson is celebrated not just for his unforgettable vocals, but for his courage, humility, and the optimism that has kept Iron Maiden rocking for decades. No matter what voice life gave him, Bruce's spirit remains unbreakable, a true legend whose journey reminds us all to face our challenges with hope and humor. News 4. Here's something uplifting about beloved actress Kathy Bates, who's now 77 and known for unforgettable roles in classics like Matlock and Fried Green Tomatoes. In a candid moment, Kathy recently opened up about her remarkable 100-pound weight loss journey that began after she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2017, a health battle that runs deep in her family. Kathy spoke warmly about her determination, explaining how these changes didn't happen overnight, but unfolded slowly and steadily over several years. She wanted fans to know this achievement was about more than just medication. Kathy said most of her weight loss came from lifestyle changes and perseverance, with a little help from her doctor and Ozempic in the final stretch. Guided by her positive outlook, she now embraces every day with more energy, saying she can move, breathe, and have fun in ways that weren't possible before. Kathy's story is more than just about shedding pounds. It's about resilience. After successfully beating both ovarian and breast cancer, she now calls this her redemption stage of life. Kathy's journey inspires so many, especially those facing health challenges, and reminds us that with patience, courage, and support, it's never too late to embark on a new chapter. As Kathy puts it herself, She truly enjoys every moment now, and for that, she'll surely be celebrated for years to come. News 5. If you remember the sunny days of Baywatch, you'll know Nicole Eggert, the 53-year-old actress many of us cheered for on our TV screens. Today, Nicole's facing a challenge far bigger than the surf, her battle with breast cancer. After being diagnosed with stage 2 cribriform carcinoma late last year, Nicole courageously underwent not just one, but 2 mastectomies, along with reconstructive surgery. Through it all, she's shared her journey openly, blending candor and humor, reminding us that strength can show up with a smile. Nicole recently shared that her latest pathology reports are clear. The surgeries were a success, and she's feeling healthy and grateful. Friends, former co-stars, and fans have flooded her with messages of support, cheering on her resilience and positivity. As Nicole moves forward, she's also using her story to raise awareness about breast cancer, encouraging others to stay vigilant and take care of themselves. Nicole Eggert, beloved actress, survivor, and advocate, continues to inspire us all with her courage and hope for brighter days ahead. News 6. America is coming together to remember the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old conservative commentator and founder of Turning Point USA, who was tragically shot during an event at Utah Valley University. The loss has deeply affected not only his family and supporters but also close friends like Kai Trump, the 18-year-old granddaughter of President Donald Trump and a rising golf star. On her social media, Kai shared heartfelt condolences to Charlie's wife Erica and their 2 children, describing him as a cherished family friend and someone who made a genuine impact on young Americans. President Trump himself paid tribute, highlighting Charlie's influence on American youth and his dedication to civic engagement. As communities across the country reflect on Charlie Kirk's achievements, many are focusing on the enduring spirit he inspired and the important conversations he helped start. He will be remembered for his energy, his passion, and the way he brought people together, leaving a legacy that encourages us all to engage thoughtfully and compassionately with our world. Number 1. They say the gentlest souls leave the deepest echoes. These words often floated among fans when speaking of Yu Menglong, a man whose warmth touched every corner of the screen he graced. At just 37 years old, Yu Menglong departed this world far too soon. Known to many by his English name, Alan Yu, he was celebrated for more than just his presence on screen. He became a quiet force in Chinese entertainment. Viewers first fell for him as the 9th prince in Go Princess Go, where charm met chemistry. That role wasn't just a breakthrough, it was a promise of many great performances to come. He delivered on that promise. In Eternal Love, his delicate portrayal carved a place in audiences' hearts. And in The Legend of Whitesnake, he balanced strength with vulnerability, hallmarks of his unique acting style. Every character he played felt deeply lived in, his performances marked with emotion and grace. Beyond acting, he moved effortlessly into music, releasing his album Toy and directing striking music videos. His storytelling stretched across mediums, showing creativity that few could match. He wasn't afraid to explore, to lead, and to lift others up along the way. Colleagues remembered him for his calm presence and thoughtful spirit. Working with Yu Menglong was like finding steady ground, one co-star shared. He listened deeply and gave generously. Originally from Urumqi, he carried with him a quiet pride in his roots and a genuine curiosity for the world. He graduated from the Beijing Institute of Performing Arts and quickly carved a path defined not by shortcuts, but effort and authenticity. His rise through early competition shows to major television stardom felt like the story of someone both talented and wholly deserving. On a quiet night in Beijing, he fell from his residence in what authorities have ruled a tragic accident. No wrongdoing was suspected, but the shock was instant and profound. As the news broke, fans grieved collectively. Messages poured in, photos were shared, and scenes from his many roles played on repeat. His light may no longer shine in the present, but it will continue to flicker through every character he brought to life. Tributes to Yu Menglong. Kiss my grits. With just 3 words, Polly Holiday carved her place into television history. As the feisty and unforgettable Flo on the sitcom Alice,